I know that Andrew Johnson, because he was a sympathizer of the South's peculiar institution, that's why he dismissed that particular bill. But again, that was not our downfall. It was government. You notice when the government came into the black communities, like after the civil rights movement, they removed the man from the house. The legitimacy rate turned into an illegitimacy rate, and the murders literally skyrocket, which is another issue in our communities. It is the killings, black on black crime. We need to do something about that. We ultimately probably need to disenfranchise ourselves and remove ourselves from government, because being disenfranchised does not necessarily mean and only refer to not being able to vote. So we need to disenfranchise ourselves from a system that in truth really doesn't need us anymore. I'm not going to say want us, but need us anymore. And you see where the attention and the need is being poured now. It's not in the black community. Hasn't been in the black community for a very long time. Now, I jokingly wrote something down just as like a parallel to make fun of a certain definition that I'm going to read, and it's democracy. Now, okay, according to the Mediterranean, no, this is not that. This is Webster. This is something else. Okay, what does it say? Okay, democracy. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it says democracy. Government by the people, especially rule of the majority. A government in which the supreme power is held by the people. A political unit that has a democratic government. The principles and policies of the Democratic Party in the U.S. Okay, what is that? The common people, especially when constituting the source of political authority, and the absence of hereditary or arbitrary class distinctions or privileges. Okay, so this is a long time ago. I just found it. I thought I needed to share it because it's funny. At least speaks volumes to me, and maybe it'll speak volumes to you. And I rewrote that, and I said government by the people, especially rule of the majority. Okay. Yeah. A government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and oh no, I'm reading the wrong thing. That's the actual definition. My rewriting of it was a government by the Federal Reserve, especially rule of Wall Street. A government in which the supreme power is vested in the crony criminal cartel and okay, yeah, okay, and world hegemony, okay, exercised by perpetuated war, by directly or indirectly through a system of selected representation, usually involving periodically predetermined rigged elections. Uh, should read that again, but I think that's good enough for me. I think you guys will get it because I ain't perfect, so I make those mistakes. Something else is the argument of poverty being a direct link to the ignorance that is displayed in our communities. I disagree with that because I've met people, or I've encountered people from other walks of life, other cultures, and they come from second and third world countries, but they exceed us when it comes to education. And they're polite, they're well spoken, they have great conversation, they have stimulating conversations, very intriguing people. So that whole myth about poverty and having something to do with ignorance is a direct correlation. It's bullshit. You know, black people, I'm sorry, niggas are ignorant because niggas have been influenced to be ignorant, and they've taken that idea that that's cool, that makes you popular, and they run with that. So let's stop using these excuses for why niggas choose to be decadent forms of a society. They choose to be the uncivilized in society who desperately needs to be domesticated. We have to stop using excuses. This shit has been going on for decades, almost more than a century. We have to get out of that using excuses. Me and my father have great conversations about this, but even my father gets locked into making these excuses. And it's not necessary anymore because black people not moving forward, black people not evolving, has nothing to do with the system. Because if you realize the system is not working for you and to help advance you or elevate you, you remove yourself from the system. Are you going to continue working for someone who figuratively abuses you, who metaphorically, who maybe even literally abuses you, psychologically, physically, mentally? Are you going to remain in a situation that you see there is no good end? Or are you going to remove yourself? I'm Chris Anthony. You can continue to follow me on my YouTube channel. You can visit me on my blog, which is Uncloaked Illusions at wordpress.com, or AnthonyChris21 at wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, Uncloaked Illusion1. And my podcast, I will be posting something hopefully early next week because I do want to continue that platform. I am working on my possible radio show where I could actually have topics and I can engage with people. We can have conversations. You can express to me how you feel about certain topics that we will be bringing into the forum, and we can go from there. We can get this literally roaming through our community. So the conversation can start. The conversation can grow. It needs to happen. Chris Anthony, and I'm out.